Hello everyone, I am Ollie Juno and this is my crafty corner. Welcome. If you are a new viewer, thank you for coming in. I hope you enjoy the video today. It's a stitch with me. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming in. I hope you enjoy the stitch with me today. I'm running late. Things have been hectic. We will go into that in just a few minutes here once I start stitching. Today I am working on my Kitten in the Rose HAED by Nelson Zindi, or Zindi Nelson. I always get confused on which way his name is said. I think it's Zindi Nelson, if I remember right. It is a Heaven and Earth design, as you can see in the picture to the, off to this side. I get confused on which way the screen shows on your side. So this is, if I remember right, this is Stitch With Me 33. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I just wanted to make sure I thank everybody that comes in to view this, and I hope they enjoy the stitch with me. I am, hold on, I did not realize that was touching. Not sure that's a good idea. Okay, we'll leave it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start with the stitch with me. I have a few things to talk about this week. I have made it a simple stitch with me today. Last night I proceeded to, since it was only probably about a total of 4 different colors, I proceeded to finish the diagonal, kind of do like a cross-country stitch within the diagonal, so that I can just stitch one color and talk, and that way I don't got to worry about miscounting or anything like that, because it's all the same stitch and it's all within the diagonal. So let's see. I am running late on this video, which I have been running late on most of my videos. I did get my floss tube put up at the time frame that it was supposed to. If you haven't seen my last floss, my 33 floss tube, it does have a giveaway in it going until next Wednesday, or until Wednesday. So you have a few days left if you've caught this before the, what is Wednesday? Before the 31st or 30th? Because I know Thursday is no, it's the 2nd. Yeah, February the 2nd. That's right. Because Thursday is the 3rd, and that is my birthday. Make sure here. Yeah, so February the 3rd is my birthday, so I'm going to draw the winners for the giveaway on February the 2nd. I know in a couple of my videos past I stated I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do my birthday start as I had planned. Right now I am just waiting on getting my fabric in. It has been ordered. Let me keep my fingers out of the way. It has been ordered, just waiting for it to be shipped. I did order from 123 Stitch, and they say it's supposed to ship any day now. They've already pulled the money for it, so I'm figuring it should ship on Monday. And normally I will most likely get it by Wednesday if it ships on Monday like it says that it's supposed to. So here's to hoping. I started doing DoorDash to help earn a little extra money for my craft supplies. Because I didn't feel comfortable taking from, you know, it's like, I didn't really like the idea of spending any money that we had, because we don't really have much extra money. I like trying to save. Plus, we're in the process of trying to buy a house, see if we can buy a house. So, I started doing DoorDash. So I've been delivering food to people, which is turned out pretty well. I don't do it a lot, but doing that plus also trying to get my videos done, I've been struggling a bit with that. That's one of the reasons why I have not been able to do my Stitch With Me. I started doing DoorDash last weekend, and that took from my time to do my video. Doing DoorDash this week, I have not got as much stitching done as normal, because by the time I make it back in, I'm just wore out. Normally I just veg in front of my TV. I'm not really veg in front of the TV. I'm not watching TV. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just not ready to do anything. I have intentions of stitching. I get set up for stitching, but yeah, don't get any in. Work has been crazy, so I haven't gotten much stitching during work like normal. Let's see. But once I get into a routine and figure out exactly what days I'm going to do the DoorDash, then we'll be good. I've also ordered a new lap stand that will be here anywhere between February the 4th and February the 14th. I'm expecting it closer to the 14th, but it was purchased as a birthday gift for me. It'll be something I can carry around a little easier than my Lowry stand. And from the research I've done on it, it should hold the scroll frames that I use fairly well, because most of mine are, I think this one here is my longest frame, and it's 22 inches. Most of them are shorter than that, so it should work for those. Plus the few Q-snaps, the few that I have on Q-snaps will work. And I don't really intend on buying too much bigger than a 22-inch scroll frame, as I don't have a project to go on that large of a project. So, I don't know if I said what kind of stand I was getting. I don't know. If I've said it, I apologize. I'm going to repeat it. I ordered a K Creations stand. I've been researching those for a while now. I just basically want a lap stand that I can carry with me easier. I don't really know how much easier it will be to handle the projects. I'll probably need to get like some of my bigger frames. I might need to like have a weighted thing, but we will see. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully it's just what I'm looking for. Alright, so this thread is done, so we are going to do a loop finish. And then I have started doing something different. Instead of coming off, no, that's not what I do. I don't de-thread the needle. Ah, give me just a second here. Let me see if I can get this threaded. There we go. And go down here. So normally I would go over to the edge here and do like a pin stitch, but I saw somebody, I think it was Stitching Dreamer. I don't remember. But you come back up one of the holes you just went down, and then you go up underneath it and catch the fabric, which a little harder to do with this fabric, but catch the fabric, pin it down, and come up, and you're done. It is really easy to do with the Aida fabric. And you can't even tell that I did the pin stitch because it's already covered. And doing the loop finish plus that little partial pin makes it where it doesn't go anywhere. See, like, that's the one I pin stitched. I can pick at it and it's not going to come out. And it works better for me because sometimes when I pin stitch, it has that fabric. If it's too large of a pin stitch, it bothers me. I don't know. I don't like it. So being able to hide it already underneath the stitch makes me happy. Alright, so it is time to start another, which normally, as long as I have the stitches, I just kind of do like this thread finish. Waist finish, I think is what it's called. I'm not 100% sure. If I don't have much room, then I do a loop start. But if I don't need to, I don't normally. There we go, and we are off. But yeah, I've got a new craft stand on the way. I've got 32 count fabric coming in for the new HAED that I'm going to be starting. I still have to go get all my threads and put all my threads on my bobbins, which I probably will do that on Wednesday evening, and we'll go from there, because I'll know for sure if my thread will be in to start on my birthday, because I'm starting a new HAED on my birthday. It is the mini blue rose. That's the name. Mini blue rose. It is kind of like a unicorn horse with a bunch of flowers. I don't know. It's real pretty. So I am starting that one 1/1 tent stitch. So we will see how that works. It'll be my first time doing 1/1 tent. I am not sure. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Let me take that back. I'm doing 1/1 tent on my Blossom story key. I just remembered. I'm doing 2/1 tent on my 25 count. But, and then I have another start I plan on doing. It's just a sampler that I got off Etsy. It just says faith, trust, love. I'm doing it on 40 count linen. That one I will most likely need to use a magnifier glass at all times to work on it, but I think it's going to be well worth it once the pattern is complete. I'm going to try to make sure my videos get back into a consistent, 2 times a week and stay on schedule. But we are also, like, a lot of my time was taken up last week because we were talking to the bank about a home loan, because we're trying to get everything I need so that I can get buy a house. We went and, like, I didn't get a video put out yesterday like planned because we went and looked at a house. We actually ended up looking at 2, but we went and looked at one that we had been looking at. Unfortunately, that one is going to need way too much work to be what we can, we're looking for. We have no problem with the fixer-upper. We know how to fix most issues, but we don't really want a whole lot of work to start with. That one would need a lot of work done before you could even move into it. While we were talking with the realtor person, they had another one to have us go look at. And technically it's supposed to be 3 in 1. It was a duplex, a triplex. It's called a triplex. They're selling the whole place, all 3. There's it's like 2 apartments have 2 bedrooms and 1 apartment has 1. So all in all, it's a 5-bedroom, 3-bath. And truthfully, like, we went and looked at it, and it needs a little work, but it's not anything that is outrageous. It's not anything that we couldn't easily handle and get taken care of. But we're really liking the idea of it because, they are all but one is connected. Like, you can access them through every door, like every apartment. But I have my oldest living with me. She's 8. They are 18. I have my 16-year-old and my 14-year-old. Each apartment has their own kitchen area, which all my kids can fix their own food. My son mostly just fixes ramen, but my 18-year-old can cook. My 16-year-old can cook. My 16-year-old is basically self-supporting herself as it is. Like, she buys her own groceries and, does her own cooking, because unfortunately her hours, she doesn't end up being able to eat with us most times because of her hours. There are times where I will fix her food and leave it, but she's not good at eating leftovers. So a lot of times we just end up eating the leftovers. So both of the oldest 2 love the idea of having their own kitchen area. My oldest has this thing of where I didn't dirty it, I don't gotta clean it. It's not mine. Why should I do it? So we're thinking maybe if they have their own kitchen with their, it's all theirs, it might help them get more into the inclination of, hey, I'm not doing this because my parents, I'm doing this because of me. Because they are very defiant and they know it. They just haven't learned how to overcome it. But they're mainly really defiant with us, the parents. When they go and stay with somebody else or do something with somebody else, they have no problem doing for them if it's asked of them. But for us, it's like, no, or I'll get to it. But when it is something of theirs, they have a different mindset. So we're really, like trying to follow the steps and see if it's something, if we can get that one. Because I think that would be a good thing for everybody. Everybody can design their kitchen the way they want it. My middle child, she's ODD, so she likes things put a certain way in a certain place. So that would really help her having her own kitchen. And it would teach them the responsibility of living on their own. They would each have their own electric meter, which, means they would have their own bill. So I don't know. We're really liking the idea of the housing, multiple family house like that. I think for us it would work out, because there's no big plans of anybody moving when they hit 18. My oldest plans to go live with somebody else when their friend hits 18, and they plan on living together. But my 16-year-old, once she finishes school, she's planning on doing college. So if we have her set up, she doesn't have to worry about living with her parents, because technically she will be living in her own house and have her own address, because it's actually set up with 3 different addresses. It's 3 different apartments in the one place. It's really cool. The name of the apartment before they tried to sell it, or since they're selling it or whatever, was called the Hummingbird Apartments, which I thought was kind of cute. But it's got work. It needs the porch repaired. One of the kitchens need the floor repaired. But it's not too much crazy repair work. It's something we could easily handle, I believe. So that, we went and looked at that and spent 5 hours yesterday looking at things and talking things through with the realtor and everything like that. So I know my next few days are going to be super crazy busy trying to get everything together to see if we can get qualified to put a bid in, and so we get it before anybody else does. And then I'm looking forward to next week. I do believe I'm going to set up, I'm hoping I have my fabric in, but I do know that I will be doing a live Stitch With Me on the 3rd. That is my birthday. I have taken the 3rd and the 4th off work. So on my birthday, I am going to be doing a live stream for YouTube. So hopefully, maybe I'll see some of y'all there. I also another reason why I like doing the DoorDash is, since I've started making the craft bags, I kind of want to make one for each of my projects now. But I don't want them to all be the same fabric. So, I'm going to need money so I can go buy some more fabric, because I don't really have much fabric. I still have enough fabric to make things, but I don't want just one color of something. And I don't want duplicates of the same thing. I'll save some of my fabric so that I can like make it and do like giveaways, because I like the idea. Like that's what I'm doing now, is I'm giving away a couple of my bags I created. I'm keeping like, and I've got to make one more bag, but this is going to be for my daughter. She wants a tote. She doesn't want like the zipper craft bags that I've been making. She wants a tote. And she loves yellow and sunflowers. So when I picked up my fabric for my new craft bags, I also picked up this. So we are going to make a tote bag for her, which I have to Google, like I have to YouTube that. I have a couple of videos saved, but I've done more sewing in the last few months than I've done it. Like, I think the last time we did any kind of sewing was back in 2006 when I made a cape for a Renaissance fair. I've never been, never really been that big into sewing, but I don't know, I enjoyed making the craft bags. Don't get me wrong, I was struggling with the sewing machine because I don't know a lot about sewing machines. I'm just kind of winging it. And I had something threaded wrong so that the thread was way too loose on the back. Like I sewed the pieces together and it was like real loose and loopy, and I could just pull, make a gap between the fabric. So I had to pull everything out and then re-thread it all. Had my daughter come in and like mess with some settings. Between the two of us, we finally got it back to a nice firm stitch. I really don't know what fixed it, but who knows. I think it's funny, we bought the sewing machine for my daughter back when she was real big into wanting to try to sew things for cosplay. She hadn't used it in a while, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna borrow this. And she's like, okay. So I've used it more than she has recently, but she doesn't really have a lot of free time though, with school, work, and all that. It's a little harder for her to get time to sew things. She has ideas, she has things set aside, but she likes sewing actual full like skirts, like the full outfit of them. For her birthday last year, we bought her the actual like sewing mannequin, I think is what they're called, so that she can like pin the fabric to the body to be able to get the seams correct for like shirts and skirts and stuff like that. I think she's made like 2 or 3 skirts, so it's really cool. That's just, she's been doing schoolwork, work full-time, well, as full-time as a student can, but she's still getting about 32, 33 hours a week. So let's see. I just pulled my thread right off my needle. Come on. I know as soon as I get this video done and uploaded, we'll be leaving. It is Sunday, and we are going to game night. I'm trying to debate on whether I'm going to be taking this project with me or my other two. Because I have my dreaming of being, my dream catcher, my wolf one, which I've been enjoying putting stitches in that one. I also have my blossom. I haven't stitched on that one in about 2 weeks, I think. Pretty sure it's been about 2 weeks since I touched that one. So I probably need to go get some stitches put in that one this week. Then again, I don't know. This one is a little harder to take because it doesn't set quite right because of how long the scroll frame is. Being that it's 22 inches, I have to use the scroll frame holder for the Lowry, which unfortunately it's like where this pattern is currently, I can't get it in the right spot where it doesn't bother me. So like if I put it over here if I put it on this side of my thing, my hand keeps rubbing up against it and gets messed up. But if I try to put it on the other side of this frame, it just doesn't hold it steady enough. So, because I'm like right in the center of the fabric. So, I don't know. Still trying to situate it. So normally with this one, it's easier for me just to set it in the Lowry stand and then use because I'm on a corner desk and I can like space the Lowry stand over where it catches the edge of my lamp and holds it in place for me. I could also clip the other edge of the other clamp, because I have two clamps. I have the Q-snap clamp for the Lowry stand, and then I have the normal clamp for the Lowry stand. I can clamp the normal clamp for the Lowry stand onto my desk and use the pole to kind of hold the Lowry stand in place. That is the third time I've unthreaded my needle today. Not as bad as normal, but can we stop? I'm going to have to move the camera down so y'all can see what I'm working on, because I'm almost out of y'all's view. I'll move that down here in just a second. I'm about out of string, and then I'll have to get a new one. Thread, not string. All right, let's shift. There we go. All right. All right, so yeah, I think that's about the craziness of my life here the last few days, a few weeks, is just trying to get everything together for my loans, trying to get the loan approved, looking at houses, trying to figure out what we would do with the one that we found that we are like really, we really enjoy. Let's see. Work has been hectic, but not crazy. It's getting back to okay volumes in work and call volumes. So let's see. Sorry for bumping things. All right. All right. I am almost to the end of this thread. Alrighty. Let's see. Now I think I'm gonna do. Oops. All right. Let me see if I can get the end of this. Am I gonna have enough thread? Don't think I will. Maybe. Oh, there we go. Just want to finish this. I got one more stitch. Can I do it? It's gonna be close. I don't want to pull out my thread. All right. Can I do the loop finish? I might have to go find one of my petite needles. Maybe. Might have it just enough. Oop, not there. There we go. There we go. No! It came right on out. Alright. Is it here? No, those are regular 28s. I don't know where any of my petite needles are. They're probably floating over there on some of my projects. It's a little cold in the house, so I have a little shawl on. Alright, I found one of my petite needles. It was over on one of my other projects. I have more of these, but I don't really know where they're at. Alright, come on. Alright. I only use these for ending threads. They're too small for me to stitch with. I keep dropping them. Of course. I don't normally have this much trouble, but it knows I'm filming, so it's gonna give me all kinds of heck. But I got the loop done. Now I just need to feed it through. Oop. Come on. Feed it through. This is definitely fighting me today. I'm getting to the point where I'm just gonna leave you setting to the side for now and do this off stream, because then I know it'll work right. Me. It just wants you to see me fight with it today. I guess the string is trying to entertain you itself. Come on. this strand. Okay. You know what? You just gonna sit over there. I ain't gonna mess with you. I'm done. You're just gonna sit there. I'll fight with you later. Okay, where is it? There it is. New strand. There we go. All right, and go here. We're gonna go a little bit longer on this video. I probably will not finish this thread before I call the video quits, because I do need to get this loaded and posted before we leave. And we will be leaving in about an hour. And sometimes YouTube will take an hour to load. So I would like to have this loaded before we leave. I will be doing my floss tube on Wednesday. It will be fairly short, because with me doing the DoorDash, like I stated before, I haven't done much stitching. So I'm going to try to get some stitching in, but I do know that I will be running DoorDash, because like I want to get some money so I can go buy some new fabric. So I can, and I've got to get the lining and the interior stuff, and new zippers, and go from there. I'm really hoping that I am able to get I have no idea where I was going with that thought. I like totally spaced. Alright, so I don't know. I am lost on where I'm at. I know I have been watching floss tubes like crazy. I know the main people, like, not really the main people, like, I watch so many floss tubes, it's crazy. I like running them in the background when I'm working, if I'm not on a phone call. I might not always be able to see what projects they're talking about, but that's one reason I love watching the Stitch With Me. It's like almost every Stitch With Me I do tend to watch. I put it, I don't always get to watch the Stitch With Me's, but knowing that they're running helps me throughout the day. The floss tubes, I normally try to watch most of those when I have time to actually view the screen. I watch the Stitchy Witch anytime I see hers pop up. Chris Cross Stitch, I know his comes up every Tuesday night, so I normally watch him Wednesday mornings. Dizzy Stitcher, I always watch his. Gemma Stitches, I like watching her Stitch With Me's. Oops. Try to unthread my thing. Let's see. Stitch and Button, I watch theirs a lot. The Needlebug, I like watching hers. She does a good number of lives, and that's kind of cool. I like watching her lives. I will try to post everybody I've mentioned in my group below, in my description below. I would definitely suggest going to go check them out. They are really great stitchers. I like the Stitchy Witch. She has a Discord that on the weekends, well, it's very active. Like there's almost always somebody talking in the Discord, which is always really great. And then we actually do like a Stitch with Me on Sundays 90% of the time, where we get in the Discord and turn the cameras on, which you don't have to turn the camera on if you don't want to. You don't have to turn the voice on if you don't want to. You can always type in the voice chat channel. But it's just a way to, you know, hang out and stitch with one another. I was not able to join that today, as I didn't wake up early. I woke up late today, and I felt like and since I wasn't going to be free this evening to do the Stitch with Me, I decided I was just going to go ahead and do my Stitch with Me and not do the channel today, the Stitch with Me in Discord today. I will try to make it where next week I have my Stitch with Me filmed on Saturday, so that I'm free to join the Discord on Sunday. Because I believe I missed it last weekend too. No, I was able to join for the last half of the weekend. For the last half of it, I do remember that. And then I had to leave because as I was in there, I was waiting for my video to load. I think that was when I did my floss tube. I don't know. I know my videos have been really off whack recently. Gonna try to get everything back on track. Okay, so let me look. I'm gonna finish this 10. I have like 2 more rows to go, and once I finish these rows, is it 2 rows or 3 rows? 2 rows. 3 rows. Yeah, I have 3 rows left. So once I finish these 3 rows, I will be calling it a day, which puts me at almost an hour stitching here. And I will sit there and mark everything on my pattern keeper to let me know, and then I'll let everybody know how many stitches I got in stitching today. Should have been a good number, but like I said, it was also all one color and just fill in because I had already got everything. I'd already done all the count ones last night while I was on the Zoom meeting with the Virtual Stitchers group, Facebook group. We Zoom on the weekends. This gives you that interaction. It just makes it where it just feels like you're actually, you know, since you're stitching there with somebody, it just gives you that companionship instead of that you're stitching all alone. Which I don't have much problem stitching all alone. But it is nice that you can see other people's work and chat with them about how their stitching progress is going. Just, I don't know, I don't feel like you can have too many friends. I'm just gonna go this way. I don't know why, but I want to end with everything coming back this way. All right. So yeah, I will try to get the DoorDash hours down. Like I was trying to see which days were the best days to do the DoorDash type thing. The what hours, like I was switching when I went to go to do DoorDash. I have found later in the evening is the best, which I figured, but never know. So I will try to make it so that I'm doing the DoorDash and still getting the videos posted as I should. I'm still getting stitching done as I should. Well, as I want. Stitching is a choice, it's not something I have to do, but I feel like if I don't stitch, I have bad days. Like my days just get worse if I don't have the relaxing session of stitching. Yeah. All right, we are almost done with this row, and then I will finish the end of this row before we leave at 3 today. And I will debate on whether I'm going to try another row or focus on my other pieces for the rest of the week. I have my Dreaming of Being Human that I've gotten about 100 stitches into. If I don't have everything to do my new start, then I will be working on my Dreaming of Being Human in my live Stitch with Me. And everybody can see the crazy confetti that I deal with. All right, so that is that. Time to mark. Make sure I'm in the right spot. Yep. All right, give me just a second and I will let everybody know how many stitches I got in. 2. Come on. And then think about not marking. You gotta mark a lot to get to the right number here. I only do not mark when I know that it is all the exact same color. All right, so I ended up with 200 stitches. I ended up with 216 stitches. And I have a little section here left before I'm end of the diagonal. And like I said, I do not normally stitch 200 stitches an hour. It is only because it was just the one color and there was no color changes or no counting. All right, so this is the end of me. I've had a great time stitching and chit-chatting with you guys. I am definitely going to try to make sure I keep doing these because I did miss doing it. I did think about doing it quite a few different times. It was just, I didn't really have the time to do it and my brain wasn't functioning enough to birds, to have actually given y'all enough that I feel like y'all would have even been interested in watching. Because I don't think I would have been able to keep talking. And I don't think I could do just a silent stitch with me. Because I don't think that would work for me. But we are done. Let's go ahead. I'll scroll this out a little bit. Move this down over here. Let everybody see kind of like the finished, or where I'm at on my project. Well, what everybody can see of my project. Can't see much of it because it's kind of rolled up. Like the ears and everything is rolled up, but this is the cat's forehead. And unfortunately, I will not be hitting the eyes until I scroll down, like get done with these pages. So basically I'm just working on the forehead right here. So this is all his forehead area. And the eye will be right here in my next row, like whenever I get down here to the bottom row. But I have hit 24.9%, 24.97%, so I'm like really close to the 25% mark on this one, and I have completed 7.5 pages so far. So it's coming along. I've been working on this one just over a year now, because I think I hit the 1 year mark on the 26th of January. So and for the fact that I do not work on this daily, I think it's turning out pretty good. All right, so I'm just rambling now. We are going to say goodbye, good night, and I hope everybody has a great week. And I will be back on Wednesday, and I will be pulling the winners for the giveaway. Have a great day. Have a great evening. Later. Bye.